Good morning. Welcome to Winnipeg. Okay. About 2 hours ago, I said to Google, what time does the sun rise in Winnipeg? And Google said 7:51. Well, that's right now. But looking at the monitor over there, we're not going to get a sunrise. Okay. At least it's not supposed to rain, last I checked. All right. We are ready for you-know-who. I was thinking about these little levels that we have to put on the front of that piece over there. And there's three of them. There's places for 3 ladders, and I've only got 2 ladders. And checking, I missed the ladder, the F8. So we'll get that. And I was thinking, you may as well bend those into shape now and get them ready for painting. So I got Andy's bender here because we'll use that. I don't think there is too much that a person can't do using the photo etch pliers. That what's nice about the bender is that you can put your part in it and it will hold it that way, and you can sort of put less stress on the part where you don't want to accidentally break it. At least that's what I'm finding. So we'll use the bender, even though I could probably use the pliers. And when I first got into this hobby, I went to Eliminator, and I bought a bunch of supplies, and I bought these photo etch pliers here. And I actually find that these ones are a little bit more useful. I don't know. I usually grab these first. Now, of course, these will go on a long straight line, or whatever, a straight bend, a long bend. They work better for that. But yeah, one thing that I have to say about Tamiya's tools, I don't think I have ever gotten anything from Tamiya that was disappointing. Even that blue electric drill over there, it looks like a plastic toy, but where it counts, it's well made, and it was fun to put together. Okay, what are we doing here? We're going to get our ladders. Let's recompose. I think we're ready to go. Probably get out on the bike later. I'm planning to, all being well, go probably for coffee somewhere mid-morning. You're welcome to ride along with me in the ride. But these bike rides, they are so repetitive. There is just so many different ways that I can drive off the driveway and onto the street. I mean, there's basically only one way, and you do it over and over and over again. But it's kind of like, let's say, well, if you're a type of person that goes for a walk, you might only have one route that you do over and over again. I was that way. Occasionally I would mix it up, and I would try and go down a different street to get to where I wanted to go. But generally speaking, it was always the same thing over and over and over again. Well, it's just the same with these bike rides. What changes is the variable will be the traffic, and and just getting out. Yeah, just getting out. Okay. Enough about that. That's soon going to come to an end here. I'm hoping maybe another month, and the motorcycle riding will be over. and it'll just be a memory that I can watch on YouTube in the evening just before I want to go to bed. That's what I did last winter. Yeah, I watched my Rebel rides. That was kind of fun. I enjoyed doing that. Okay, yeah, let's get ourselves recomposed here. Yeah, get the camera down on the table, stick on our macro lens maybe, and we'll try and get our photo etch piece F8. Okay, now we're going to have to swing it around 180 degrees here. Okay, let's recompose here. Okay, I'm looking straight down on it now. And we're going to try and bend it right here along those folding lines where the treads attach to the stringer. Okay, that's pretty much right angle. Now the next bend, we're not going to be able to go quite as far. I wonder if it'd be possible to make a bending tool like this and have it so that this piece here was not so deep. You know what I mean? And that way, when I go to fold it over, sorry, I can't work and talk at the same time. Okay, so what's going to happen now is when I bend it up, the top of the rail, as you can see, oops, I twisted it crooked here. How did that happen? I guess I didn't tighten it down enough. Okay, yeah, you can see now the rail, top of the railing is going to bump into the nose on this thing, so you can't go over all the way, but you can go pretty close. You know, it's pretty close. It's going to take very little tweaking later with the photo etch plier or something, just sort of squeeze it together. Okay, remember I said I don't use these larger pliers very often? Well, I will in this case, just for the fun of it. It should work good for this. I'm going to just lay it down flat. Let's see. Am I going to... Maybe I could try and recompose here. All right. Now we got to bend our treads. And I found the best place to bend the treads is on the green cloth. Okay. Now I'm going to want to have these treads bent so that they are believable. In other words, they have to go the right way. So they have to be bent down this way. Now, I'm going to turn this around, come at it from the... I've got a little black dot here on my green cloth that is sort of a reference mark. Now, did I do that right or have I got them backwards? Okay, now let me just look at this from the side. Yeah, when the person steps on it, he's going to want to be able to step on a step, not on a slope. So, like that. Like that. One thing with these tweezers, when a person releases the tweezer, you have to be careful now that you pull the tweezer out before you release it. Otherwise, what's going to happen is you are going to break the connection where the thread connects onto the stringer. Now, these might not be at the exact angle that they should be, but they are going to look like they are, and that's the main thing. Okay? Yeah, that looks believable. Okay, there will be no Missy the dog today. Yeah, and the reason for that is because I just got back from my bike ride a little while ago. And I guess when I was out zipping around and going to Tim Hortons, Missy went out for her tinkle. Yeah. So that's the way it goes. Maybe later, but I don't think so. Okay, now we've got 2 number 8s finished and 1 number 7 finished. I got the treads bent and everything's ready to go. It's ready for the paint, I guess. Okay, but I want to work on these little platforms here. Where's Tony's tweezers here? I can't find them. I'll use this. So we got 2 platforms here. Now these platforms were numbered, had different numbers. But I think they're actually pretty much the same here. I haven't actually checked like this yet, but let's just see if they... Yeah, let's just carefully see what we can do here. Unless the tongues that go into the... Oh, I'm sorry, you can't see that. Let me recompose. Yeah, what's the matter with me? Okay, I've measured these and they're both the same. And you can see that the hole is in the same spot for where the ladder goes, and the tongue looks like it's exactly the same position. Yeah, so I don't think it matters which one we have where, even though they are different numbers. We will be putting these railings on, and what I have to decide now, would it be safer to put the railings on after these are fastened to the nose of the or not the nose, but yeah, I think that's the front, of the island or not. Yeah, how best? Let me just turn this off here. How best to hang on to these? And I wonder why it looks like. Okay, yeah, it just let me check the manual here. Okay, you know, I wonder why they didn't have one long railing with folding lines at a stanchion. They've got four separate or three separate railings here. Okay, yeah, there'd be yeah, yeah. These ones are all the same, and they go on the sides, and these ones go on the ends. Yeah, it's funny that they didn't have one long one and you just fold it. It would have been a lot easier, but they didn't. So we gotta do what we gotta do, right? Okay, I should be able to pry that loose after. And now, I was thinking of grabbing it from the back with self-locking tweezers, and then I realized that in all likelihood it's going to be twisting around on me, and whereas if I fasten it down like this, I can turn it this way and that way and get it at just the right angle. And besides, then I get to rotate. Okay, now this is probably going to drive Winnipeg Mark crazy because if he's still watching, that is, because I'm probably going to use way too much glue here. Oh, one of the viewers said something really funny. He says, "Don't listen to Mark. I have shares in Bob Smith Industries." Bob Smith Industries, they're the people that make the CA glue that I'm using. That was funny. Okay, now where is the corner stanchion going to come here? All right, so we're going to have one. Now, of course, I realize it's got to be flipped up 90 degrees. Okay, I can sort of, I just want to envision maybe the best thing to do. Okay, now what about one of the long ones? Where is it going to come? See, it's got to fit on there, something like this. And we don't want this stanchion that I'm touching right now to be proud of this edge right here. Otherwise, when we plug this thing into the island, it's going to break off. Okay, it looks to me. Oh my! This is probably going to be another one of those things that's going to drive me crazy here. And you too. Maybe I should try to move slower. These are going to be hard. It would have been so much better, trumpeter, if you're listening to me, and they don't, of course. I'm the last person they'd probably listen to. They probably see me gluing, and they think this guy doesn't know what he's doing. But trumpeter, you should have made this all one piece here. That would have been so much better. Okay, now these longer rails, they're going to have to go pretty much beside the short rail, because if I try to get them in behind it, then they're going to be too long sticking out this way. So I think what we're going to try to do here is put this one on very gently here. Now don't drop it, don't drop it, don't drop it. Try and get it positioned here. Now be able to get the holder downer on it. And be able to let go. Maybe I think I've got the tweezer sticking through too far. This is really finicky. Very finicky. Oh. I wonder, okay, maybe I'm holding this wrong. Maybe I should be holding it. Let me get the holder down out of the way here. Okay, maybe I should be holding it sort of like this. Sorry to be taking it off camera while I reposition my tweezer. Yeah, oh. I keep letting go. Now, oh, I can't believe this. See, I'm trying to switch hands here. You can't see me doing it, but when I switch hands, then I lose my grasp. Okay, I think I basically got it now. Let's try and bring the holder downer on it. Okay. Now, yeah, that's more or less in the right position, isn't it? It's got to go a little bit to the right. I'm looking in the monitor right now. You can't see. I can see it almost as good as you can. Okay. I'm afraid to try and move it here. Just bear with me. I'm going to have to shut the camera down and rearrange my stuff here. Okay, I've got a pin here that I've bent into a sort of a hook. And as you can see, it's mounted in one of Chris's alligator clips. Now, let me just get a slightly different grasp on it here. I want to be able to sort of steady myself so I don't get too jerky, because all I want to do is slide this whole thing to the right. Oh, I got it. Push it back, push it back, push it back. Now it's too far. The whole thing is too far back. It's going to fall, isn't it? It's going to fall, and everybody's going to go, oh. I got tweezers all over the model table, but not the ones I want. Okay, trying to get my head around here so I can see straight on. That is pretty much right. Now what I'm going to try to do is take some thin here, and hopefully I'm not going to be gluing this whole thing down onto the green masking tape. Okay, now this is why yesterday or whenever it was, I was using it straight out of the nozzle of the bottle, because there, I think I've almost, there, I could see it go underneath. Okay, see, Mark, I can do it. My problem will be when I try to when my problem will be when I try to reinforce it with the thick, because I'm sure that this is not enough to. Okay, and another thing I can see is that this. Okay, this whole thing is leaning back. So what I'm going to do, instead of trying to move the holder downward, I'm going to push the rotator. Okay, here we go. I'm going to push the rotator back if I can. Okay, there, now that's perpendicular. Okay, when that dries, this won't fall over, but it is not strong. That's the problem. It's not strong. Trumpeter, why did you not make this all one piece? Okay, here we come with just a little bit of curing agent. There we go. Okay, I'm pretty sure that this is the CA glue is hard now. Yeah, I think we're going to be safe to remove this. No, I know I could have grabbed on that a lot differently, but I wanted you to just see, you know, what we're dealing with here, okay? Now, this piece here, which I can't seem to grab hold of. Okay, now it's gonna have to go. Oh, so I drop it yet. What will be the best way to get this? I might have to twist this just around just a little bit here. Okay, now it's gotta go. Like something like that. Yeah, I think we can get that. Look at that. I wonder if I can bring my holder down or around from the other side and just drop it down without it falling over. That was just sort of what you might call a fluke. There we go. There we go. It's, although the corner should be shoved in just a little bit, shouldn't it? Yeah, it should be more against the stanchion of the piece that we just glued in place here. See if I can just shove this just very, very, very minutely. What I need is tiny little 1/200 scale people that can actually go and do this for me. Can't seem to get it. Well, maybe it's about as good as it's going to get. Now, as far as this back stanchion goes, let me check the monitor. Can you see it? Oh, too bad. Well, I can't rotate it around. The back stanchion could possibly be further out to the side, but I'm not going to do that. Okay, now I'm going to get some CA thin here. See if I can get it to just glue these stanchions together here. You know, I just thought what I could have maybe done is soldered this piece together and then bent it into shape. Does it look like I'm getting it, or is it not? Is it separating on me here now? Okay. It doesn't want to come off of the applicator. And this is why I like to sort of flood it on all over the platform there. Okay, I think we kind of got it. No, up at the top in this corner here, it doesn't look right. So I could get it to wick down like the nib of an ink pen, you know. Oh, I saw it go running down. So now I'm pretty sure that it's glued. It's connected, but let's get some curing agent going on there. Okay, I'm pretty sure I touched it. Okay, let's just give that a couple of minutes. Okay. Now, for this other one, I've got to swing it around and have it closer to me. I am to your right. And see what will be the best way. I've got to hold it so that I can get it drop down and release. Turn it a little bit more like, oh. Noticing that there's the connection there. You know, I wonder if these tweezers are a little bit kind of rounded on the end, and that's why it. You notice on the top right corner there. I wonder if I should try and sand that off, or in the bottom right there. Okay, you can see what I'm trying to do here. Now, this whole thing, though, it has to go to your right. See, I'll swing it around. Maybe you can see it better. Yeah, you can see where the post on the left side is going to break. It's going to rub against the superstructure when we plug this module in. So I gotta try and get the holder down on it without knocking it over. Ooh, that was close. Now, I think what I'll do is I'll slide the rotator back to straighten everything up here and get it perpendicular. Now, with my hook here, can I hook into it and pull it over, or is it going to jam? Like a bull in a china shop. Well, it was going good for a while, wasn't it? Now, I am wondering if maybe I should take and put glue on the bottom rail and just sort of place it down. But what if it all of a sudden cures and is in the wrong place and I can't move it later. See this rail right here, it is so close to the edge that it won't allow me to come beside it, and it keeps wanting to fall off. Well, that's not where it goes, but okay, I have to push stop again, sorry. Okay, here's another thought. I've got it standing there so that the stanchions on the right side are pretty much in the right place. And I'm thinking if I can just get my holder downer on it now to... Oh, okay, quite a bit of time has passed here. Part of that time was spent looking around on the floor for this railing. I dropped it. And it actually ended up in a little pail that was under my model table. Now, as you can see, it's got to go back about 0.5 millimeter. Now we're going to have to try and shove it back without knocking it off. Oh, the rest of the time I spent on the computer, and apparently there's a new McDonald's that's opened up on North Main, way out near the perimeter. How does that look? Let me just check the monitor. The stanchion on the extreme left has to be pulled out a bit, but my thinking is, just let me check the monitor here. Okay, my thinking is if I glue these together, then I can pull the other one out. Maybe. Now the trick is to not catch the applicator anywhere and yank everything loose. Does that look like it's coming off the applicator? See, that's my problem. Sometimes when I'm over gluing, I think that I'm not getting it when I actually am. Okay, I'm sure I'm getting it this time. I can actually see it. Okay, now if I can come along with some curing agent. Okay, I'm pretty sure that we got it. The curing agent's pretty much evaporated out of this thing. Now, let's see what happens if I lift this up. Okay, it looks like it's glued on the stanchions. Okay, maybe the best way to do this is put the holder downer back on and then hook into it. Just like that. Now, that may not be perfect, but it's so close it almost is. Yeah, I think some got underneath there. See, I don't want to use my the applicator, the nozzle that's attached to the bottle, which is the easiest way to go, because then it floods all over the place. I just get a little bit more on that left stanchion now. Or under it, rather. There. Okay. Let's come in from the side here. There. That's all it'll take just to activate it. See if I can get rid of some of this excess that's on the green masking tape. Okay, now I'm pretty sure that this is glued in place. Let me just lift it off here. Well, when you're looking up close, you can see that this one here, it didn't go quite as planned. It's kind of overlapping in the wrong place, isn't it? Well, see if I wonder if I could fill that gap up. I don't want to go using the CA thick again, because that's what made it look so terrible on that other piece that it just blobbed on there. You can't see it at arm's length. You literally cannot see it, but you sure can when you look up close like we are right now. Okay, let's leave this for a while. I think I'm going to go for a bike ride and check out the new McDonald's. Okay, I am back. Now, I did go to the new McDonald's on North Main. And it just opened up last week. Brand new. Okay. Now, I think like I did the other one, I'm going to probably remove that excess blue tack off camera, because I'm going to end up having this thing ping out of my tweezer here. In fact, I'm going to have to find something a little bit... I'd like to grab it with vice grips, but that might not go too good for the plastic. Okay. Now I'm noticing that I didn't realize this, but you can see how the railings on the sides sort of bend in. I don't think we're going to see that once this is on the ship. These two platforms, they're sort of down underneath, and you more or less view them from the side. I am going to have to be really careful when I'm inserting the ladder that I don't bump the railing. I'm hoping that the paint is going to help give everything a little bit more strength. I mean, I had a car, and an old car, and I used to joke about the only thing that held it together was the rust. Well, I guess you know where I'm going with this. The only thing that's holding this together will be the paint. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and get that cleaned up. I am sitting in front of the computer now, editing everything that you have seen up until this very moment. And I am, you might say, shocked to find out that we're at the 43-minute mark. I'm going to have to call it quits here. Yeah, later on this evening I'm going to be going over to my daughter's place for supper, so I gotta, as you can well imagine, get moving here. Yeah, we got to get this video out, and got to get myself cleaned up. And anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. All being well, we'll see you tomorrow.